welcome to Young Kizzy, the one YouTube channel. If this is your first time on my YouTube channel, please subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking on the red subscribe button down below and turn on the bell icon. Tell me what you think about this video in the comment section.
You have fear to say maybe they'll laugh at me now that I want to admit that I was supporting the wrong team and things have gone sour. You see the undemocraticness of the UPND. People used to say, no, the UPND are not undemocratic, but we can see it for ourselves. How do you stop people from standing as independent candidates? It's none of your business what they choose to do for themselves. You don't own your members. This is one thing we all must remember. The same way I say no president owns us as citizens. It's the same way a political party does not own its members. You are supposed to reason with your members. I wanted to stand in Chawama. I made noise. I had posters and people received me well. But when the party did not go with me, they did not say, Makau, we insist that you don't go and stand independent. No, they allowed me to decide. They said, President McCarthy was able to tell me, Namzi, even if you're not selected, please do not stand independent and don't go on any other platform. It was my decision not to. And that is how I made sure I didn't stand. So that's democracy. You give people the chance to decide within themselves by reasoning with them, and not what we have seen in the UPND territories where people are now saying, I don't know, Mr. Mwinga, he's even saying he's scared and he's thinking of leaving the country because he's afraid of what will happen to him. His crime is to pursue his democratic right to stand. You cannot insist on what people do in a democracy, allow people to pursue that which they believe they need to pursue. And this is a government I should be asking you, if their own members can be harassed to this point, if their own people like Garin Kombo, who have contributed greatly to the UPND, can be harassed to this point, what will happen to them when they come back into power in this country? Will they respect your democratic rights? Won't they do everything possible to ensure they continue? Look at, for the first time in Zambia, I've never heard before that somebody went through unopposed. But for the first time, we have so many unopposed candidates. Well, it could be they are so loved. Yes, maybe they're so loved, but I doubt it. Because no one is ever that loved. But it could be they're afraid, genuinely afraid. Meaning in those places, the people were like, yeah, we're gonna hold sure. Mane konjikuitulela fela. Geni chalabu hobe kufitania kwa kuihapeleza fale bani Ulaya or something like that. You know, people were afraid. Maybe you need to think of it. So this is a party that for the first time is insisting that we should even have a situation whereby in a whole constituency of thousands of people, only one person is fit enough to stand and be member of parliament. Come on. They'll end up forcing a unanimous winner for a president at this rate. So overcome your fear as ruling party supporters. Accept that your party is not what you thought it would be. I know you may feel like people will laugh at you. I felt like that when I wasn't picked for Chawama, but I overcame my fear by saying that, you see, God's time is the best. And reasoning with myself to say, you see, in life, you cannot continue with something that is not working, hoping that it will work better. You cannot continue wasting time with something that is not profiting you in the hope that tomorrow it will profit you. If it has not profited you this far, it will surely not profit you going into the future. These are the things you have to overcome on your own. Don't be afraid. Just come and join me. Ichola mwafume lampi. Mundu bilena makebi beminine. Bengilile. Okay, so to us in the opposition, we also need to overcome certain fear. For a lot of people without positions, this is a very simple and easy situation for them. They are just so happy there's the unity happening between NRP, UP, and RP. But to some of those with positions, you have fears. Now manage your fears, both from the part for NRP, UP, and both from the RP. We need to really manage our fears. On both sides, it's really fear that is actually controlling you if you don't know. The reason why there seems to be a struggle between the two camps for those on positions. And it's true, we must admit that even candidates, we've had certain places where we have two candidates standing. It's all fear. Okay, fear to say if I'm not picked, if I'm not put there, and this is a combination thing, maybe if I'm not picked then I'll lose out. All those kinds of fear. Now we need to manage them, and also the people out there, the voters, will help you manage it if you don't manage it yourself. Because you see, supporters will not split votes, and I appeal to supporters, let's not split votes. Go for the most popular candidate and vote for them to win. Okay, if the candidates don't do what is right by sitting down together and resolving between the two of them to say, look, let's have this. What was the agreement? The agreement was Copperbelt Lusaka is for RP. Okay, so since I'm not RP, let me leave you to stand. I'll support you. Now, the reason why people are not able to relinquish sometimes and support you is you people who get supported. Once you win, you forget those people who sacrificed for yours, for you. So these are the fears that we all have to overcome. Fear of I'm a constituency chairman from RP, I'm a constituency chairman from NRP UP. How are we going to work together with this candidate who is standing on RP? No, us as NRP UP, maybe we won't have a place to participate. No, so we must have our no. Manage your fears. The Zambian people deserve, we are part of the Zambian people, we as Zambian people deserve all of us to mature up and act above board. You see, this marriage may be challenging and the fears are genuine. However, each one of us, let's manage our fears. And where we are failing to manage our fear, my belief system is that the Zambian people will manage those fears on our behalf. Because one of you will just waste money and only one of you will win. Because Zambians are not interested in splitting votes. This guy called Andrew Vincent Kiamasengo, you are extremely fearful in your spirit or in your life. How do you comment 1,000 times? I don't know, this is a lot of times of just saying Ichitumbi. You see, I didn't even speak about ECL. May his soul rest in peace, even though we haven't buried him. I didn't even speak about it. You see, Vincent, accept that you're supporting a party that is undemocratic. Accept that you are supporting a party that is violent. Accept that you are supporting a party that is outgoing. Accept that you're supporting a party that did not deliver on its promises. Accept that you're supporting a party that failed to deliver the cheaper meal, the cheaper petrol, that failed to deliver on an easier livelihood for us as Zambians, a cheaper livelihood for us Zambians. Accept that you're supporting a party that gave us 2 years of serious load shedding, which felt like power shutdowns. We had 3 hours of power, 2 hours of power, and 0 hours of power in a day for 2 years straight. Obviously, for the whole 4 years there was load shedding, 5 years there was load shedding, but there was 2 years straight where you people made us suffer. We were a country of darkness. So accept what you are. My manifesto is that we deserve a better Zambia. Number one, people should be able to exercise their democratic right. And we, in our affirmation of NRP, UP, and RP, have proven that we believe in democracy, because those who wanted and still insisted, they still went and stood. We're trying to negotiate and not to beat them into submission like you are doing in the UPND. So clearly, between yourselves and us, we are the democratic ones. Now, I'm talking about managing our fears. Let's manage our fears, because I know some of you are afraid to say the PF were in a certain light. And we may be NRP, UP, we may be RP, but we are genuinely PF. Now, you are afraid of what we wear. Manage that fear, because it's our place that we cannot come back the way we used to be. Our pledge is to come back as a better party, better policies, better way of dealing with the citizens. That's why my appeal is to those who are cadres on the ground, sharing instructions. Alabane, Zambians are not interested. NRP, UP, and RP supporters, you who are members of our parties, you who are working in the structures, I want you to remember that the Zambian people are demanding for a better representation, a better country that will be able to be chartered into greatness, if there's anything like that. Okay, so they don't want to see traits of hooligan cadreism. Let's respect our citizens. Let's treat each other with mutual respect. So fidefia kulilanga te kunoni chite fe kunoni chite fe uyo umbita bafile baisa kuno Sell your candidate. Tell people why your candidate is the best. Don't use hooliganism, or let it not look like you're trying to threaten or to be hooligans, because Zambians are not interested in that. So all of us, let's manage ourselves. Let's manage our fear of saying no with this formation of RP and NRP-UP. Limbisha Sange place yandi bala nchinga. So apa kufunika nipange nzelu. So not bagani chinga. Moko panga nzelu muzaka sokoneza vena. And then bantu mama Zambians bazaona akone kapapalape palibe hope. So let's manage our fears. Let's understand that God is the one who is in control of our individual lives, and He is the one who has a place for us. We just have to continue doing our role as best as we can, and God will be able to do the rest. You need to understand that. Fear, if you don't manage it within yourself, it will lead you astray. So all of us in this country have to manage our fear. Like this Vincent Kiamasengo is fearful to accept the reality that UPND is going out. And so he's trying to grasp at straws, trying to say something that can make us feel. But you see, you have decampaigned yourself as a UPND. I don't even need to say too much. The cheaper milling you failed to produce, the cheaper petrol you failed to produce, the crazy load shading you did. It's not me. It's yourselves. You failed. The violence we are seeing today, it's yourselves. The undemocratic behavior you're displaying by UPN, it's yourself. Imagine a founding member, Garin Kombo being harassed. Hey, you're decampaigning yourselves. Now my appeal is, those who want to change itimu mlevo kushaba UPND mbatakuzoma UPND, let's come and hold hands together with NRP, UP and RP. Okay, yes, they'll start saying, look, they're fighting. We're not fighting. It's a marriage which has just come about, and so there can be a bit of ukwesana, but we are working it out. And the Zambian people are not going to be convinced. I'm telling you, well, RP and NRP, UP, you've tried to field candidates. One of you is definitely losing, because the Zambian people are not interested in splitting votes, because they mean it when they say they want change. So candidates, sit down, talk to each other, because if you don't, definitely the people will not split votes. They'll vote for one. They'll vote for one. And I want to tell you that this formation must work, because it's the hope that Zambians were hoping for and looking out for, and now it's there and they don't want to lose it. So manage your fears. Those with positions in life, trust God to lead you where you're going, not yourself, because if you start allowing that fear to manifest, mwala pangama mistakes ninji shibakula bafidati awalimbi bakatulabako because bali tulabilepo napadia. I know there are all those fears, but the bigger picture should be that we change governments and have a government that will be able to ensure that I have a better way to live my life, more money in our pockets. In this 2021 to 2026 scenario, the UPND has really diminished our pockets. Things have been tough, okay? Things have been tough. Don't be shocked when you see me moving around with a very dirty car. It's because things have been tough. You're failing to take the car to the car wash because you're saving that little money. So we must admit that things have been so tough for us, and the only hope is the unity between President Mundubile and his running mate, Honorable Makebi Zulu. That's what we have to hold on to. We have to hold on to that. And we have to believe that this time around, our leaders will not disappoint us by leaving us out. Sometimes you are left out because if imisango mwalalangapa, okay, imisango mwalalangapa could prevent you from being in the inner circle, because people will run away from you because you are representing what the people of Zambia maybe do not wish for. So control yourself, sober up. Don't get too excited in this election, because there's a certain type of behavior the people of Zambia are looking out for. Andrew Vincent, I think you need to be blocked because you are just a noisemaker. My friend, we have already won this election. What we are looking for now is voter protection. UPND is gone, Vincent. It's gone. I'm sorry, but UPND is gone. You have decampaigned yourselves. You have proven yourselves to not be worthy of leading us as a people. So you have gone. So all we are doing right now is just to make sure we manage ourselves. We bring to the people of Zambia that which they want us to bring, and we live on like that. So I mean, you can still believe in him. It's a democracy. I can't force you not to believe in your president. Whether you want to, it's, you know, like there's always that statement in Bemba, Lunshua Chimpwena, something like that. So you know that those people are diehard. I've been a diehard supporter of my own formation. The whole 5 years, I've been through a lot, but I've continued to support. So there are all those. But Bane, I'm talking to those who know that it's time to change government. I'm talking to those who know that it's time to rescue ourselves from the undemocratic UPND. I'm talking to those who are saying we want to come back as NRP, UP, and RP, but with a way of dealing with Zambians that is respectful and that does not promote hooligan cadarism. That's what I'm talking about. So I'm saying manage your fear. Don't allow your fear for positions to control you to the point whereby you end up doing what is wrong. Trust God that He will not forget you, that He will give you a position. Position yourself by performing meticulously in your position. Bomba, ishto shove, eshkalanga tu yuteti tumulabe otitwamulaba. Beleka. And I want to do a video on, I think it has to be separate. I want to do a video on what my Mbuya, Honorable Cornelius Mwetwa said. He said, this election, even if you are my brother, I'll forget about that. We'll come and hug each other after the elections. The message is clear to you who have been voting. Maybe out of brotherhood or sister brotherhood, and you've been voting out of Chimbuya, is that, my friend, in this election, Steve Votela Chimbuya, Steve Votela Chibururu. No. In this election, we accept Wambuya, we accept Yabururu, but we are voting for what you can deliver and what you have shown us you can do. So, you remain my Mbuya, you remain my Bururu, but we are voting for what is right. And what is right is change. Makebi, Mundumile, Bengirile.